Hello everybody, my name is Terrific Ninja, and welcome to the very first episode of the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies Weapons Guide. It's got that right this time. I've just been doing this so many times, and it's starting to get frustrating, so hopefully we're going to be able to get through this. In the first episode, we're going to be taking a look at the starting pistol for the Zombies modes in Call of Duty, the Colt M1911, the 1911, the shitbox, whatever you want to call it. The reason is because this is the starting pistol, and why not start a weapons guide series with the very first gun in zombies mode, especially if it's a weapons guide about zombies. Anyways, the 1911 appeared in World at War with its wooden hand grip and its gray-blue finish. The wooden hand grips are obviously brown, as you can see it here, because Black Ops 2 reuses the same skin as World at War. In Call of Duty Black Ops, we took the standard finish of the M1911 and turned it chrome, silver, nickel. I believe it's actually a nickel plating with black hand grips. So that's it about the 1911's appearance. Now let's look at some zombie health. In Call of Duty Black Ops 2, as well as with all the other zombie modes in Call of Duty, zombies will have 150 health in the first round. Your knife does 150 damage, which is why it takes one knife at round 1 to kill the zombies. That's why insta-kill is also useless on round 1. So if you get insta-kill on round 1, it's not going to do much for you. Each round after round 1, the zombies will gain 100 health. So on round 2, it'll be 250, 3, 350, 4, 450, and so on, up until round 10. After round 10, the zombies will receive a health bonus of 1.1 per each additional round. That means that the zombies' health for round 11 will not be an increase of 100 from round 10, but instead 1.1 times that of round 10, or 10% more of round 10. That's why when we get to the middle rounds, the zombie health actually increases by a lot. So if you have 1,000 health, 1.1 times that is 1,100, and then 1.1 times that is about another 110. So you can see why the zombie health just goes up so dramatically. The 1911 itself, let's get into it because it is a guide about the 1911, does extremely low damage. In fact, I'm going to classify that as the lowest in Black Ops 2 Zombies and, if I'm not mistaken, the lowest in all of Call of Duty Zombies. It does a measly 20 damage per shot, which I've gotten off the Call of Duty wiki, and I've also had a few other sources tell me that it was 20. I've also looked at some other videos from Black Ops about the damage, so I don't think that Treyarch really would have changed this. In round 1, it's going to take 6 shots to kill, plus a knife. Round 2, 8 and a knife. Round 3, 10 and a knife. Round 15, 1 and a knife. Round 4, 15 and 1 knife. I messed that up really bad. I'm sorry. You use the 1911 how you want to use it, but as you'll see, for the most part, I use the 8 shots and 1 knife technique for round 4. I feel that that's the best use of the 1911's 14 bullets that you get at the beginning of the game. It starts with 8 in the magazine and 32 in reserve, again giving you a total of 40, which may seem like a lot, but it's really not. When you get max ammo and there you have bullets in the magazine, meaning that counter to the left is full, then, or at 8, then you will receive 80 reserve ammo. If that counter is at 0, you will only receive 80, except you'll have 8 in your magazine, followed by 72 in reserve, giving you only 80 bullets. So depending on how much bullets you have in the mags, it's either 80 or 88. When we pack-a-punch the M1911, we get the classic Mustang and Sally's, which is the M1911 dual-wield, or Kimbo, however you want to pronounce that attachment, and it fires explosives. If you guys have never seen the M1911 pack-punch the Mustang and Sally's, then I recommend upgrading it because it's just so fun to play with. If you noticed on the Black Ops poster that the gun he was holding in his right hand was the Sally, so that's why I call my right gun Sally and my left one Mustang. And it's useful for clearing large hordes because of its high explosive damage that it does. It shoots grenades, obviously, and the best strategy to use with the Pack-a-Punch 1911 or the Mustang and Sally, I'm going to start calling it Mustang and Sally. Some people might get a little mixed up. I might get a little mixed up. I might stumble here and there. I'm sorry for that again. The best way to use it is to clear out a large horde. What I do is, because there is no PhD flopper, I just will run away and shoot, so I don't down myself, which we'll get to later. Here I'm just doing a little bit of testing with the double tap perk, and no, double tap does not fire an extra grenade. So I'm going to say double tap is completely useless if you are just using this gun. And if you have the ray gun, it's probably useless as well. I don't think double tap applies to explosive weapons. Anyway, the high explosive damage of the M1911 is great in clearing out large hordes. If you want to toss down a monkey and then expel all your ammo before you pick up a max ammo, that is an awesome strategy. I highly advise it. That'll give you the most bang for your buck, as it costs 5,000 to pack-a-punch these, as well as any other gun. The ammo for the 1911 is 6 and 6 for each magazine, with 50 in reserve. That is all for the really stats about the 1911. Overall, I would say it's a pretty good gun. Now, unfortunately, if you shoot it at yourself close range, it'll take 4 shots to down you with Juggernog, so I can only assume it's going to take about 2 to down you without Juggernog. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little guide. I know I struggled a little bit. That's because it's my first one and there was just so much information to do with the 1911. The next review is going to be the Python, and I just have to clarify something. I know I said I was going to give the gun a numerical value for its unpack-a-punched and pack-a-punch variants, but I decided that I wasn't going to do that with the M1911 because you're stuck with this gun. This gun is given to you from the beginning, therefore use it or not, it's completely up to you. However, if you want something dangerous and highly explosive to pack a punch, and you're good at distancing yourself from blowing yourself up from the impacts of these grenades, then I highly advise that you guys pack a punch this gun, but be extremely careful. I'm going to start using it a lot more because I'm developing a few more strategies. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Black Ops 2 Weapons Guides. I'm sorry again for struggling through this. Again, it's my first episode, and I hope to do a lot better in the upcoming Python episode. I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy your day.